As a family doctor, I see patients of all ages with sports injuries and repetitive use problems. I'm Dr. Tom Archie, and I'd like to introduce you to the Class 4 cold laser. I often combine laser with acupuncture and physical therapy to enhance the healing of sore tendons, ligaments, and joints. Research indicates that Class 4 cold laser may speed recovery from concussion as well. It's safe and innovative. Visit us at innerhealthmd.com or call 208-578-4550. Family medicine like it used to be, affordable, personal, and looking to the future.
Eye on Sun Valley's Athlete of the Week is brought to you by State Farm Insurance. Patrick Buchanan, agent.
I'm Michael David with Eye on Sun Valley Sports, and it's my pleasure to be joined by our Athlete of the Week, Wood River Valley multi-sports standout, Audra Mary. Audra, congratulations. Thanks for being with us.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me.
We had you on here based on your play right now for the Wolverines girls basketball team. I know the season's starting a little bit rough out there, but things are looking on the upswing. Tell us a little bit about how it's going out there on the hardwood.
Definitely kind of a rough start to the season, not necessarily how we planned it.
Right.
We're not worried. We've kind of talked about it. We've sat down and really talked about what our strengths are, what we're working on. We're focusing on our defense this year a little bit, which is a little different from how we worked in the past. Focusing on keeping that strong defense, which is what has kept us in these close games.
Yep.
Moving forward from that, we're just now working on our offense, getting those shots up at practice, making sure we can get points on the board.
Yeah, no, and we talked a little bit about it before, but yeah, you lost Blair Radford, who's now playing for Walla Walla Community College. You know, a senior, a leader. How are you filling that void, that leadership void, as well as on the court?
Definitely a big loss. I mean, I played with Blair for 2 years, and she's a huge role model for me. I mean, Blair's awesome, and so huge loss for us. And we've talked about it at the beginning of the season, kind of big loss. We're looking for someone like her that we can just kind of give the ball to when we're down and something. And we've now moved on from that. Instead of looking for one person, we're looking for each other on the court.
The whole team. So yeah, so it's leadership on the court, but it's also on the bench and in the locker room and in practice too.
For sure. Yeah.
Well, and you're playing in the post most of the time there. How's that? They got everyone convergent on you, and you're getting beat up there. But
you know, my freshman year, that was the biggest kind of shock for me. I mean, I'm a freshman on varsity. Big step from 8th grade basketball to varsity basketball, and I'm playing against these 6'4" girls, just looking straight up to them. But I've kind of learned how to adapt to that. I mean, they have weaknesses too. If they're 6'4", they're going to be a lot slower than I am.
You out
stuff
quick
like
them.
that. So it's scary when you go out there for your first couple games and you're going, wow, they're big. But improvement, I mean, it's just little steps at a time.
Right. No, and you guys have been getting better every game this season, and now you're in conference play. So what do you expect out of the team moving forward this season?
We've had some younger girls really step up. Lucy Quaylar is out for 3 weeks now. We'll see what happens with her shoulder, but we've had Payson Bennett come from last year too, and Grace Park coming off the bench. Right. Which is awesome. And what's nice about this year is we have such a solid bench, and we talk about this all the time, how we're confident with every single player coming off that bench into the game. Right. Which is huge.
Everyone plays an important role, and this freshman team looks really good too. I mean, it's not just about this season; it's about the whole program. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I mean, watching the freshman team, I think they've lost one game. They're playing great, and I mean, I'm trying to think back when I was a freshman, and they are a lot more composed than I was my freshman year. So, I mean, me and 4 or 3 other sophomores have been on or juniors, I guess now,
Yeah.
have been on varsity for 3 years. And so that development's coming, and I'm hoping for a lot of these younger girls to start stepping up for next year, too.
Right. Well, it's great, and it's fun to watch you guys battle out there. And, it's sports. One team wins, one team loses.
Yep.
You're not going to win them all, but it's been really nice to see you guys improve every game.
And we've talked about it a lot. I mean, we started out with a really big turnover number, and we've cut that down a ton. And that was, again, another one of those focuses that we talked about.
Great.
And it's improvement. These games, they matter, but what matters is at the end of the season when that district tournament comes around.
Right.
So we have a little regional tournament coming up here this next couple weeks, and that should
get you in that practice for that. Well, you want to be playing your best, like you said during the playoffs. So we'll be watching you along the way. You're a multi-sport athlete. You just completed a successful soccer season. How's that transition, getting off the soccer field right onto the basketball court?
It's wild. I mean, I'll go in there and some of the girls that didn't play a fall sport aren't as conditioned as me, but it's the hand-eye coordination that really messes me up. I mean, I'm going from shooting the soccer ball to dribbling on the basketball court, so that's weird. But I like to be doing something all the time, so I mean, I get that week off, and it's nice to recover, but I'm back in it right away.
Right back in it. So speaking of, you like to be doing stuff all the time too. I know you find time to give back to the community. Tell us a little bit about the community service work you do with the Advocates.
Yeah, so I'm one of the teen interns with the Advocates. We focus on building and maintaining healthy relationships and teaching our community how to do that.
Right.
There's a few of us that do it, and I think it's an awesome opportunity for me. I'm meeting people around the community, learning about the issues that a lot of people don't see in this community, and kind of giving back to this awesome community that I was able to grow up in.
And that program's been going on for a few years now. Do you see results? It seems to me, but I'm not there in the high school like you are. Do you see positive results?
A big thing that I actually recently noticed was kind of how the reaction of kids, even when we're teaching them these little lessons about kind of these really harsh subjects that a lot of times younger kids have trouble taking seriously.
Right.
And just the fact that I can go into an 8th grade now and I can get the feedback from them and answer questions, with them answering questions.
Right.
Effectively without kind of making fun of what we're doing is huge.
Right. It's not kind of that embarrassing or that joke thing anymore. And obviously, with what's happening in the real outside world, this healthy relationships thing, it's got to start at an early age, doesn't it?
Yeah, and I mean, this is the future generation of our community, and we might not see results right away, but just the little things we can see getting better. So.
Yeah, well, kudos to you for finding time in your super busy schedule to also give back in that fashion. That's awesome. How do you do it though? You got basketball, you got soccer, you got the Advocates. You still have a social life. How do you balance it all?
I mean, for me, it goes back to time management. I'm going to 7-hour school, then that 2-hour practice, and I get home and I don't really want to open up my notebook and start getting homework, but I do because I know. I mean, I got to keep up with school. I got to get my grades up to be able to play these sports. I mean, it can be overwhelming for sure, but when I do get super stressed out or overwhelmed, I kind of go back to okay, I'm putting this extra stress on to play these sports because it's what I want to do and it's what I love to do.
Yeah, and you're having fun out there, right, too. So what about role models growing up that kind of inspired you to be your best? Your brother sat in this seat right here a while back. I think you're the first brother-sister combo to be Athletes of the Week. Congrats on that. People that inspired you to do your best.
Like you said, my brother, he's been huge. I mean, we're 2.5 years apart, and we've always been super close. And just being able to watch him be playing sports in this great team kind of dynamic that he's had has kind of inspired me to get into these team sports. And I mean, on the weekends, if I didn't have basketball practice and he didn't have basketball practice, of course we're going to the gym and shooting a little bit. So he's been huge. I mean, also some of my coaches, Sue Radford has been coaching me since 7th grade, and that's huge for me. And then kind of going into high school, playing with her daughter, and just she had post-high school basketball experience, and that's huge. I mean, we have a great coaching staff, and all of them, JC Nemechek too, and also Amanda Chris are awesome.
Yeah, good. Very smart too to give a shout out to your coaches right now. That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for being with us. It's been great talking to you, and maybe we'll have to have you on here again. Maybe you and Brock when he comes back into town. My guest has been Audra Mary, Wood River Wolverines standout. I want to thank our sponsors for making Athlete of the Week possible. Patrick Buchanan with State Farm Insurance, Sun Valley Associates, the tradition of of excellence since 1962, and Dr. Tom Archie with Inner Health MD, family medicine the way it used to be. I'm Michael David with Eye on Sun Valley Sports, keeping my eye on Wood River Valley sports and Wood River Valley Renaissance women for you.
Eye on Sun Valley, daily local news from beautiful Sun Valley, Idaho.